They come across as rude or abrupt, and that is a concern I have with some of our students.
One of the fastest growing schools in Australia is ICB, the Islamic College of Brisbane, providing students from more than 50 different cultures with a faith-based education.
Inilah 12 siswa pertukaran pelajar muslim dan non-muslim di Australia.
My name is Sonia, I am 15 years old, I am in grade 10 and I go to Ferny Grove State High School. Selamat pagi, Sonia, kau teruja. Selamat pagi, selamat datang di ICB. Terima kasih, sepatutnya ada di sini. Seperti Sonia, Brin juga dari sekular Ferny Grove State High School. Brin, teruja, nervous. Saya pikir stereotip utama Muslim adalah bahwa mereka memakai turban. Dan mereka menutup wajah mereka. Dan mereka mencoba untuk berhati-hati. Dan mereka tidak pernah mencuci rambut mereka, dan mereka teroris. Terima kasih, Dad. Selamat hari. Halo, apa kabar? Isak dari sekolah para anak laki-laki Katolik, Padua College. Jika saya menikah Muslim, saya pikir mereka memiliki personalitas yang berbeda dengan orang asing. Karena menurut saya, Muslim lebih dedik. Jack dari Pajero College juga. Selamat datang di Slider College of Brisbane. Saya pikir mereka diam, mereka orang yang diam dan mereka sangat lemah. Juga berpartisipasi di eksperimen adalah Eliza dari Catholic All Girls School, Mount Alvernia. Selamat pagi. Selamat pagi. Terima kasih banyak-banyak telah menunjukkan. Saya pikir Muslim mungkin sangat terhormat dan modis dalam cara mereka berpakaian, berakal, dan bahasa. Dan dengan Martina, juga dari Mount Alvernia. Selamat datang di Selamat College of Brisbane. That makes sense. Saya tahu orang-orang berpikir mereka sangat keras dan tidak sangat baik, dan mereka berpikir mereka sangat bodoh dan sedikit menakutkan.
Ahmed, Amin. It's nice and warm this morning. From year 9. The students are Yasin, Rania, Sarif, Amna, Ahmed, and from year 10, Laila. Mereka tidak memiliki teman-teman yang bukan Muslim. Oke teman-teman, kita siap. Mereka akan datang segera.
Okay guys, we're ready. They're going to be coming soon.
Oh my god, I can actually see them. They look so white.
I actually think I would prefer Islamics to Christians because I like the discipline. I like it as a religion.
Okay. I'm fully Christian and we do go to church on like Easter and Christmas, but I'm not like fully a believer in all the stories like Adam and Eve.
The last day is called Day of Judgment and the world is just going to disappear. The sky's going to crack in half and everyone's going to be scared on that day. Everyone's going to die. They're going to go and they're going to be judged and then they decide if they go to heaven or hell.
I'm atheist.
Okay. What does that mean? Like, does that
It
mean?
means I don't believe in anything. When you die, you don't realize that you die because there's nothing left. So it turns black and then, well, you don't know that you're dead. So there's nothing to worry about.
So she always makes sure that all our food is like, what's wrong? What's your issue?
Oh, is that bacon?
Oh, yeah, it's
No, not you.
Like whoever you want. If it turns out to be a guy, then cool. If it turns out to be a girl, then cool. It doesn't matter who you like so long as you're happy.
Quietly, all of you stand up.
Sometimes in trying to educate others in our values, we may come across as rude or abrupt. And that is a concern I have with some of our students.
One of the fastest growing schools in Australia is ICB, the Islamic College of Brisbane, providing students from more than 50 different cultures with a faith-based education, from primary school all the way to Year 12. Combining academic study with religious observance, the school is also a safe place, away from intolerance.
Our parents send their children to our school because they want them to be in an environment which is Islamic, where they're not exposed to Islamophobia and racism.
But the school's new CEO, Ali Qadri, is determined to break down barriers beyond the school gate.
Thank you, Ali.
No,
Welcome, Ali.
thank you. Assalamu alaikum and good afternoon, everyone.
And he's called together his teachers to address this.
Now, this morning was talking to Nadia. You all know Nadia Saeed. She was one of the very well-known student here and alumni of this school. And she said, you know, when I left ICB, I kind of struggled to participate and work with people who were not Muslims in university. So, because I was in the cocoon of an Islamic school.
To help tackle the challenges his students might face, Ali wants to trial an experimental school swap.
So I want a kid from a Catholic school and a state school to have a genuine experience of what it is like to be at an Islamic school. And vice versa. I want our kids to go out into a Catholic school or a state school and then get an experience of what the world outside ICB looks like.
It's taken 12 months of persuasion, but Ali has finally found 6 ICB families willing to take part in his experiment.
This is a big thing for our school. This is a big thing for our community. And obviously, this is a huge thing for the kids who are participating in this. And inshallah, this will bring a long-term change.
Over one school term, Ali will pair his ICB students with students from 3 very different Brisbane schools. All are a long way from ICB in Brisbane's more multicultural south, north of the river.
Crossing the river means coming to a complete different world. Different in color, different in culture, different in values.
Ali's enlisted 2 students from Catholic Boys' School, Padua College, 2 from Mount Alvernia, its Catholic sister school, and 2 students from government-run Ferny Grove State High School.
So this experiment is about building communities, educating our future generations. There will be differences, but I don't think there is any issue being different. The issue is when you dislike somebody for being different.
It's day 1 of the experiment.
My name is Sonia. I am 15 years old. I'm in grade 10 and I go to Ferny Grove State High School. Hi, Mom.
Good morning, Sonia.
Good morning.
Excited?
I am.
Welcome. Welcome to ICB.
Thank you.
Welcome.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Morning. Thank you.
Like Sonia, Bryn is also from the co-ed secular Ferny Grove State High School.
Have a nice day. Bryn, excited? Nervous?
I think the main stereotypes about Muslims is that they wear turbans and they cover their face and they try to be all secretive and they never shave their beard and they're terrorists.
Love you, Dad. You have a great day.
Mate, love you too.
How are you?
Isaac's from the Catholic all-boys school, Padua College.
If I were to date a Muslim, I think that they'd have a different personality to the average person because in my eyes, a Muslim is more dedicated.
Jack is from Padua College as well.
Welcome. Welcome to Islamic College of Brisbane. Excited?
Yeah.
Ah, great.
It's awesome.
I think they're quiet people and like they're very shy.
Also participating in the experiment is Eliza from the Catholic all-girls school, Mount Alvernia. Have a good day.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How are you, Eliza? Good morning. Welcome to ICB. Thank you so much for dropping it off.
Thank you for having us.
I think Muslims may be very reserved and modest in the way they dress, act, and even speak.
And with Martina, also from Mount Alvernia.
Welcome. Welcome to Islamic College of Brisbane.
That makes 6.
I know people think they're very hard and not very nice people, and they think they're very rude and just a bit scary. I've heard people say that, oh, be careful, they will kill you.
Kids, please, come on out. This area here, we call it Karawatha Green. So one sport we are quite big at the school is futsal. few of our teams have won Australasian Championship as well, mostly girls.
That's so cool.
So girls do better than the boys.
As Ali takes the visitors on a tour of the school, the 6 ICB students taking part in the school swap gather in a dedicated homeroom
Good morning, guys.
under the supervision of PE teacher Mrs. Ahmed.
It's nice and warm this morning.
From Year 9, the students are Yasin, Rania, Sharif, Amna, Ahmed, and from Year 10, Layla. None of them have any non-Muslim friends.
Okay, guys, we're ready. They're going to be coming soon.
This is going to be a homeroom. That's where your buddies are. So this is what we call the hub.
Yo!
Not a prayer area, but just out of respect and to keep it clean, we take our shoes outside, okay? Please come.
Oh my god, I can actually see them. They look so white. White.
Okay.
Okay, so just be yourselves.
Guys and girls, you guys ready?
Yes.
Ready? Okay.
Yes.
Come on in. So your buddies? That's all right, you can greet.
Hi.
Please, the girls, if you want to take the seat next to the girls. Boys, if you want to go up there.
To this one. Yeah. What's your name? Rania. Rania, I'm Sonia. Nice to meet you. Yeah.
How old are you? Are you turning 15 this year? Yeah. Me too.
All right, so we are ready. And the first and most important thing, which I want you to keep in mind, that during this experiment, you're going to see things which are going to be different, things which you perhaps don't agree with or not used to. But the purpose of being here is to observe and get to know each other and not to judge. So that's number one. Number two is that at the Islamic College of Brisbane, there are certain rules around modesty because it's derived from our faith, yeah? So we dress modestly, we talk modestly, we try at our best to, control our desires. The rule book was quite outdated in the past, which had no girl-boy interaction, but it's a co-ed school, and you have to interact. How are you going to do your assessments if you don't interact with each other, correct? So we do allow interaction, but obviously girls and boys are not allowed to be alone in an isolated place without adult supervision. Okay, I'll leave you in very, very, very capable hands of Miss Ahmed. She is a graduate of the school and one of our best staff members here. So she'll be looking after you guys when you are here. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Bye.
So tell me about the other people in your group. Oh, wait, are we allowed to touch, no, it's fine, yeah.
The first class Sonia attends with Rania is art.
Make your branches light. Yeah, do you like art at school? No. If I was good, I'd probably, but nah. So I draw a bunch of these little faces in my book. Oh wow, that's good. I can't draw bodies for the heck of me. Seriously, I can draw bodies but not heads. We need to do a collaboration for sure.
There's a reason Rania doesn't draw heads. Portraits of human and animal faces are discouraged by some teachers at ICB. Just like the gender-segregated stairwells and tuck-shop lines, boys and girls are expected to sit separately at recess.
Jack, what you got?
I've got a Vegemite scroll.
Some of those samosas. I have quiche. Oh, yum. Is that bacon? Yeah, it's a healthy quiche. My mom's a bit of a health freak, so she always makes sure that all our food is What's wrong? What's your issue?
Oh, is that bacon?
Oh, yeah, it's
No, not you.
A lot of us are scared to go near it. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap it around. And can't touch it, and then we touch our fingers or something like that. Can I have some of my quiche? No, don't say that.
But I was scared to smell it because I feel like I'd get in trouble sins by smelling it. I was pretty scared and shocked. Yeah.
Halal food is basically what we're allowed to eat, and haram food is foods we're not allowed to eat. One is probably eating pig, anything from a pig. Also, before they kill the animal they're getting the meat from, they have to say a sentence in Arabic, and we have to make the process fast. It can't take long.
I have to be humane.
If you don't do it fast, then it's bad. Let's say a man comes up to you and says that he likes you.
would you like never talk to that guy again?
I'd be friends with them. Like, it's just chill.
In my personal opinion, I'm walking away. I'm not talking to that guy, like, ever again. I'm not a fan of LGBTQ.
I was brought up with the idea and the moral of like whoever you want. If it turns out to be a guy, then cool. If it turns out to be a girl, then cool. It doesn't matter who you like so long as you're happy.
LGBTQI rights are quite a hot topic. However, I don't think many or most parents have that conversations with their children in a way that gives them confidence to talk about it without compromising their faith and without being disrespectful.
Today, in the homeroom, the focus is on religion.
Jack, you just say that you're a devout Christian?
Yep.
Yep, cool. And you attend church?
Yeah, I do go to church. Like East, like those special events, I normally go.
I'm fully Christian, and we do go to church on like Easter and Christmas, but I'm not like fully a believer in all the stories like Adam and Eve. It's got to come from somewhere like scientific. I want to become like a bit more religious, like keep up with my prayers and like read more Quran. It like helps me find peace and stuff. Like whenever I'm stressed and stuff, like I read Quran, I make dua, and it like really helps.
As a Muslim and an Arabic speaker myself, I understand some words from the Quran, and what I know is that we have to pray 5 times a day, and the last day is called the Day of Judgment, and the world is just going to disappear. The sky's going to crack in half, and everyone's going to be scared on that day. Everyone's going to die. They're going to go and they're going to be judged, and then they decide if they go to heaven or hell.
When is that? Can I like mark it in my calendar?
No. When it happens, there's like a trumpet.
So you don't know what it is, but it's just going to happen.
Yeah.
I'm atheist.
Okay. What does that mean? Like, does that
It means I don't believe in anything. When you die, you don't realize that you die because there's nothing left. So it turns black, and then, well, you don't know that you're dead. So there's nothing to worry about.
Oh, I'm scared.
Why? There's nothing to be scared about. There's no point being scared of something that you don't realize is happening.
If you're atheist, you just want a death.
No, it's not you want death. That's nihilist.
No, when you're dead, it's just black.
It just means
There's no consequence.
The ICB timetable is built around the Islamic requirement of prayer, with midday prayers an important focus of the day. Before every lunchtime, the students all congregate in the school's prayer hall. These prayers are always preceded by ablutions called wudu.
So you have your intention that I'm going to make wudu to pray, and then you say a dua, which is Bismillah, Alhamdulillah. Okay, cool. So should we do that now? Before do you want to do it? Yeah, sure. Okay. Yeah. Alright, so now we're done. We can go pray now.
This is the first time the visitors have ever been in an Islamic prayer hall, and they're clearly unsure of what to do.
What do we do? Mate, show us.
He's gonna sit there and watch.
Okay.
Literally just like he is.
Okay. I see. Okay, thank you.
While Isaac's a fish out of water, his buddy is completely in his element. Ahmed is religiously very devout. He's already memorized the Islamic holy book, the Quran, and every morning before school, he spends 2 hours reciting verses.
The Quran is basically like the manual to life for Muslims, right? So memorizing it's like a holy thing. You're basically protecting the Quran in your heart now. Even if all the Quran in the whole world were banned, you still have that one Quran in your heart.
Quietly, all of you stand up. Sometimes in trying to educate others in our values, we may come across as rude or abrupt. And that is a concern I have with some of our students. And that is something which they have to learn how not to do.
I have never prayed before. I've never even thought about it, but I've meditated before. And it was really nice just sort of being in the room with them and having that unity of everyone doing something together at the same time and doing the same thing. And it felt really together.
Oh, it was like a very serious vibe. Like, no, it wasn't playing around. It was more like you're not doing anything else but pray.
The main cultural difference that I've noticed is the major gender divide. Girls and boys have to be in different places at different times. They're separated during prayer, and it's a bit confronting.
Boys, you can leave.
The students here take up to 4 Islamic scripture classes a week, led by religious leaders, or imams.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is the Islamic greeting, and basically it translates to peace be upon you. Now, do you like camping?
Yeah. Like going camping?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? Like it? All right. So I would like you to visualize Islam like a tent. You got a pole in the middle. So if you take out the pole, the tent's going to come to the ground. So the most important thing is the pole. The creed of faith. Believing that Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, is the final messenger. And believing in one God. We prefer to use the word Allah because Allah, the word, is free from gender. And then there are 4 pegs. The first peg is the 5 daily prayers. That's very good for the spiritual appetite. The second peg is the fasting in the month of Ramadan. The third peg is giving of charity. The fourth peg is the pilgrimage. Once you've got these pegs into the ground, you got the pole in the middle, believing in one Allah and believing in Prophet Muhammad, your Islamic tent is standing. All right, let's see what all this is. All right, why are women expected to be modest? So it's not only women, there is a attire of modesty for men as well. That men and women, they dress themselves in such a way that the opposite gender do not look at them as a sex symbol. Why is there such a big separation between boys and girls? In the prayer, we do separate the boys and the girls. So what Allah has said is that if there is a girl standing beside a boy, there's a possibility that the devil may come and say, look to your right, whilst that person is speaking to Allah. To avoid this, we create an environment that is more conducive to a dialogue with the Creator that cannot be broken by external factors.
Is it not allowed to have any interactions with the other gender or marry or do anything with the other gender? Like male and male, it's like not allowed at all, right?
In the Islamic teaching, to have a sexual relationship with the same gender is not accepted.
And what's the reason for that?
Sexual relationship between 2 people has to be of some benefit. The benefit is procreation, children. But everyone can be forgiven. There is no sin that is greater than the mercy of Allah Almighty. It doesn't matter what the sin is, it can be forgiven.
I am a strong supporter of the LGBTQ plus community, and the Islamic tradition in religion in general is quite homophobic. It's quite derogatory. Sexual relations and marital relations between 2 of the same gender are strictly forbidden. It is a very high level sin, and that really disagrees with me and what I believe in.
Like Sonia, Bryn is a supporter of LGBTQI plus rights, and open discussions about sexuality are part of family life.
I think we're a very inclusive family. Like my mother herself is bisexual and my father is deciding he thinks some guys are hot.
Right, mate. How was your day? It was a big one.
It was good.
Yeah.
But when it's like outside of the classrooms, it's really divided. Like you won't see guys talking to a group of girls or vice versa. I'd rather it be less separated.
You said you met the imam.
Imam is there. He's pretty cool. He was really open about literally anything we could ask.
Mm-hmm.
It was a bit frustrating and like a bit like the Christian religion where like parts of it contradict itself. Like one of the questions was like, does the Muslim faith accept like LGBTQI people, like trans people and gay and bi people and all that? And Imam Israel was saying how like, no it doesn't, but then later on was saying how every sin is forgivable by Allah and His mercy is greater than any conceivable sin.
School swap's very interesting. I prayed in the prayer hall today, which was a great experience.
Yeah, that's good.
We had to bow and kneel down.
Great.
And yeah, it was very interesting.
Full experience.
That's right. From my understanding, they prefer not to represent Allah as a form. They say he's formless, he's genderless, and he's a higher power.
Not he.
And
Allah,
And something that I struggle to believe a bit about Christianity is that the creator of the universe is depicted as human almost in the Bible, and God's depicted as a higher male and Jesus is his son, and I like that the higher power doesn't have a form, and I can believe that more. I actually think I would prefer Islamics to Christians because I like the discipline. I like it as a religion. Christianity is great as well, but I actually like Islam.
No, I think it's wonderful to appreciate the beauty and the logic in other ways of thinking. I'm just wondering how your great-grandparents would feel if they thought you were converting to Islam.
Today, Sharif has invited Jack over to his place for Saturday lunch.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to our home, Jack.
I plan to make lasagna.
Do you want to put on this one so you can not mess up your clothes?
Oh, thank you. So, where are you from?
We come from Africa, in Central Africa, the tiniest country called Burundi.
Yeah.
Have you heard of Burundi before?
No.
Oh.
10 minutes down the road, Rania is just starting her weekend shift at her dad's ice cream shop. Although it's part of the ICB uniform, Rania doesn't wear a hijab when not at school.
Although I do wear modest clothing and stuff, it's just I don't cover my hair. Like saying, you know, I'm Muslim and I'm proud. It's not like I'm not proud because I don't wear a scarf, you know?
Thank you. You're welcome.
At the end of her shift, Rania heads over to Amna's house for a get-together with her and their buddies, Sonia and Martina.
I'm actually quite excited because actually I haven't had non-Muslims come to my house before.
Oh my goodness. Oh wow. Oh, they're so I'm a little bit dazzled. What are these?
This is our traditional clothes, and you guys can try these on if you want.
Oh wow. Okay.
Sonia has a lot of questions in it, a lot. She's just so curious, which is really good. But at the same time, it's a lot of pressure for us. We need to know the answer for each question.
How come you guys don't have a table?
We do have a table, but
It's so the Prophet, he used to eat on the floor, so it's like sunnah, so it's good to eat on the floor.
Is there a reason why Prophet Muhammad used to eat on the floor?
Baba,
Yes,
do you know the reason why Prophet Muhammad used to sit down on the floor and eat?
1400 years ago there were not many tables and all that stuff, not in every household. So he used to sit on the ground, and then his followers and us, because he did something and we respect that and we just try to follow in every step what he did.
It is a small country, or how big is it, Pakistan?
The population of Pakistan is 220 million.
Wow.
So the whole population of Australia actually lives in one city of
26.
Pakistan.
Hi, Mom. Hi, that looks so good.
This is the full outfit.
It suits her.
Yes.
Yeah. I think it suits you too. I'm a Muslim now.
The ICB students study the Australian curriculum, and Ali is keen to expand the subjects on offer. But one subject he hasn't been able to introduce here is music.
Does everyone listen to music?
Yeah. One day does not go by when I'm not listening to music.
Okay. Right. What, Layla?
I listen to K-pop.
K-pop.
Yeah, it's very much incorporated into my life. It's very everywhere. Very much, yeah.
Are we more R&B, blues, K-pop?
Blues. No.
Indian.
Metal,
Like indie music.
death metal, heavy metal, heavy rock.
Rap, drill,
I like rap as well. So you like rap?
Yeah.
Okay, 10 likes, cool. ICB students, do we think that music should be something that is taught in ICB? Because obviously all other schools have music.
No.
It's way too addictiveness.
It's like a hobby. It's not really a subject we're gonna Like, we might use it, but it's like more of a hobby.
Music's not like a huge influence in our lives.
It's a distraction.
If you make it a subject, you're basically encouraging a sin, because either way, it's not something that should be in an Islamic school.
Isaac's baffled that students who enjoy listening to music don't want to learn it.
It's a bit of a sin. Is that true, or?
We believe that music kind of takes you away from practicing your religion.
So like instruments or like Spotify.
You can do natural instruments, but things like R&B and hip hop and all that stuff, yeah.
So there are no music classes here whatsoever, or programs. Okay.
Yeah. No, we did look at adding a music class a few years ago, but it got stopped in its tracks. How do you feel about that, Isaac?
Well, I mean, obviously, you do what you want to do. That's fine. I'll do me.
Yeah, fair enough.
Really mind. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm not going here, so yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yep. Sorry, excuse me. Why isn't music really allowed?
Music that is played with lyrics that incite the carnal desires, that is forbidden. There has been music with certain instruments that has been accepted by scholars, as long as the lyrics allow a person to build from inside spiritually. Second reason why music in essence is forbidden is we don't want to spend time on something that is not very productive. It is more of a waste of time, and it is addictive.
While the students are confronting their differences, Ali wants his swap experiment to include their families and community. So, he's invited all the school swap families to Friday prayers at the local mosque, a weekly ritual for many Muslims.
That's the Dome in Masyaallah, and these are the verses of Quran.
Am I allowed to take some photos?
Yes, you are.
This is so beautiful.
My beautiful family.
Alhamdulillah, by the grace of Allah Almighty, last week we were discussing verse
260 of Surah Al-Baqarah. Carnal desires, control it. Have shame when it comes to Allah.
Try to control your mind and the thoughts. Try to look at everyone as your sister, your mother, your daughter.
As your father, as your brother, as your son.
And if this is not working,
then get ready for fasting. The intensity of your carnal desires will determine how many days you need to fast.
Alhamdulillah, Allahu Akbar.
The first 3 weeks of Ali's school swap at ICB are over. The next 3 weeks of his experiment will see his ICB students spend time in their buddy schools. And it's a huge leap into the unknown for the students and their families. To prepare his students, Ali brings them together at lunchtime, and they're nervous.
This will be a very different experience. One, you're crossing the river.
Yeah.
And now, the biggest challenge is, obviously, as Muslims, we believe we are right?
Yeah.
In our faith, in our beliefs. But that's our truth. The non-Muslims you're going to see there are going to think that we are wrong and they are right. Why? Right? Now, they would have their reasons.
They think science, yeah.
That would be their truth.
Yeah.
And this is our truth. This is going to be a very good experiment, inshallah. Very good for your futures. And remember, you're still learning. It's okay to be wrong. You don't learn by asking right question, you learn by asking wrong question.